Hello and welcome to this edition of Veterinary Secrets, 13 common houseplants that are toxic to your dogs and cats. I wanted to say a couple things before we get into today's video. First, these are very common houseplants. They're plants that I've had in my own house. So this is important information that you should be aware of and your veterinarian may not even be aware of. And yes, if you haven't noticed, I've been growing a mustache. It's Movember. Feel free to comment. 13 common house plants that are poisonous to dogs and cats. The common plant in your living room may be very poisonous to your dogs and cats. If these plants are eaten, they can cause signs from mild irritation to death in severe cases. Your pet may need emergency veterinary care. Clearly, the best option is prevention. If your pet has ingested a toxic plant, contact your local veterinarian or the ASPCA Animal Poison Control Center at 888-426-4435. Azalea. Azalea or rhododendron can affect cats and dogs. Signs of toxicity include vomiting, diarrhea, excess salivation, weakness, coma, nervous system depression, collapse, and death. Ingestion of a few leaves can cause serious problems. Asparagus fern. It can cause allergic dermatitis with repeated skin exposure. Berry ingestion could result in intestinal upset, vomiting, abdominal pain, or diarrhea. Aloe vera. Aloe vera has numerous medicinal benefits, but the skin and inner layers are quite toxic to dogs and cats. The gel liquid is what is medicinal, and this is quite safe. Signs of toxicity include vomiting, depression, diarrhea, anorexia, tremors, change in urine color. Begonia. This plant can cause oral irritation, intense burning and irritation of the mouth, tongue, and lips, excessive drooling, vomiting, difficulty swallowing. Tubers are the most toxic. Corn plant. This is also known as cornstalk plant, Dracaena, dragon tree, ribbon plant. Clinical signs include vomiting, occasionally with blood, depression, anorexia, excess salivation, and dilated pupils in cats. Dieffenbachia. Dieffenbachia is a common houseplant, also known as dumb cane. Signs of toxicity include oral irritation, intense burning and irritation of the mouth, tongue and lips, excessive drooling, vomiting, difficulty swallowing. English ivy. English ivy can lead to irritation of the mouth and intestinal tract, showing up as stomach pain, vomiting and diarrhea, or excessive salivation. Geranium. They are toxic to dogs and cats. Clinical signs include vomiting, anorexia, depression, and dermatitis or skin irritation. Hydrangea. The hydrangea flower is toxic to dogs and cats. The most common clinical signs are intestinal, vomiting, diarrhea, and depression. Jade plant. This is also known as dwarf rubber plant, jade tree, Chinese rubber plant, Japanese rubber plant. Signs of toxicity include vomiting, depression, ataxia or weakness, and slow heart rate, which sometimes happens. The lily. These are very toxic to cats, but safe for dogs. The lily causes kidney failure in cats, with even the pollen from one flower being toxic. All types of lily are poisonous, including Asiatic, tiger, Eastern, Japanese. Sago palm. The sago palm is also known as the Kunti palm, cardboard palm, cycads, and zamias. It is an extremely toxic plant which can show up as vomiting, blood in the feces, jaundice, increased thirst, bruising, clotting disorders, liver damage, liver failure, and death. The seeds are most toxic, but all parts of this plant are poisonous. Satin pothos. Silver philodendron or satin pothos is toxic to dogs and cats. Clinical signs include oral irritation, intense burning and irritation of the mouth, lips, tongues, excessive drooling, vomiting, difficulty in swallowing. Thank you for watching this edition of Veterinary Secrets of the 13 most common toxic houseplants to your dogs and cats. I'd love to have feedback in terms of 1, the video, 2, information that you'd like to learn about. What I want you to do now is first click that link in the box above. You can subscribe to my channel Then after you do that, you can click that link in the box below, and I continue my free books and videos on how to heal your pets at home with my top natural remedies.